struck a framework trade agreement with the European Union on Sunday. The deal, which comes after months of negotiations, imposes a 15% import tariff on most EU goods, which is half the rate U.S. President Donald Trump previously threatened. The two allies account for almost a third of global trade. Trump and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen announced the deal at Trump's luxury golf course in western Scotland.
So we have good news. We've reached a deal. It's a good deal for everybody, I believe. And I think you were saying this is probably the biggest deal ever reached in any capacity, trade or beyond trade.
It is.
Von der Leyen described Trump as a tough negotiator and later told reporters the deal was, quote, the best we could get.
15% is not to be underestimated, but it is the best we could get. It's overall across the board.
Trump said the deal calls for $750 billion of EU purchases of U.S. energy in coming years and, quote, hundreds of billions of dollars of arms purchases. A senior U.S. administration official told reporters on Sunday that Trump retains the ability to increase the tariffs in the future if European countries do not live up to their investment commitments. If all the details hold, it likely spells good news for a host of EU companies, such as Airbus and Novo Nordisk, as well as those in Germany's auto sector, which have been some of the hardest hit by the 27.5% U.S. tariff on car and parts imports currently in place. However, the baseline 15% tariff will still be seen by many in Europe as too high, compared with Europe's initial hopes to secure a zero-for-zero tariff deal. While the tariff applies to most goods, including semiconductors and pharmaceuticals, there are exceptions. The U.S. will keep in place a 50% tariff on steel and aluminum, while von der Leyen said there would be no tariffs from either side on certain products, including aircraft and aircraft parts, natural resources, and critical raw materials. She said she would continue to work to add more products to that list, and that tariff rates on spirits were still under discussion, a highly charged topic for many on both sides of the Atlantic. The deal will be sold as a triumph for Trump, who is seeking to reorder the global economy and reduce decades-old U.S. trade deficits. He has already reached similar framework accords with Britain, Japan, Indonesia, and Vietnam, although his administration has not hit its goal of 90 deals in 90 days. After a months-long standoff, many may see the 15% tariff as a reality check on the aspirations of the 27-country European Union. ING chief economist Carsten Bresky says it's a painful thing to accept for the bloc.
If there is a loser in these negotiations, it is more likely to be Europe, because the economic damage to Europe will be significantly higher than the potential inflationary damage to the Americans.